This is for the girl that God said that tells you to leave something and leave something behind. Society is the biggest threat. Community ways. Stop it when God tell me to leave, but God's telling me you gotta stand your ground until you find something. Every time I to leave someone, let me tell you, the outside they want me to fall for they can manipulate a church, a community that want me to go to shelter. You tell the state of Texas to let me go and stop lying for these people in Houston and communities. You tell Joe Biden, stop trying to get things your way and not understand the keys of life. Because that's what you're trying to do. Stop because society is trying to push their lies on me. So the world is the big enough that I can understand not messing with Marissa no more, but a person using a cousin because of jealousy behavior, because man, I got unfinished business. If you talking about relationship, using somebody because we got unfinished business, I don't think that's right at the end of the day of all of it. So if you're talking about my friendship with Marissa and her going out with his cousin, he using that person because of jealousy and the behavior of a manipulation. I understand what God is telling me. Until she wake up, she ain't gonna be able to do when she wake up and see and her mom and dad wake up because she wake up before it's too late. That's the difference about it. That's the difference about it. And we keep moving right now. So God said, right now I am leaving somebody. I'm not talking to him right now, but the difference is this: the society trying to push their behavior on me. The old governors, the old community leaders, the way everybody got their old way of thinking. So what can we understand? And the same concept is being thrown at you because the society want control. And they don't want that. So you're trying to make me lose balance. You know what I'm saying? This person laughing. Y'all not gonna stop. I've been doing this all day. I just got other people on this app for doing something. Come on. We just went to the civil rights the last time. Come on. I just sued the state of Texas and the White House and this app for your behavior. Come on. Come on. God said, come on, when you instead of doing it and laughing. But they want things to go their way. They want things, they want to have it their way, but they don't understand it. God said you can't give me to leave when the person is the bigger, the society is the big enough of the threat. When they trying to control the political field and pollute their behavior and want things their way. And God tired. God sometimes God and Jesus said, "I'm tired of it." Yes, if I'm going to leave somebody, if you're talking about that, I might have to let somebody go, and I don't want to let them go. That is the way because of jealousy. God has already told me what that is, and Sabina, mom and dad already told me, it's not time for us. So why he do him? Yes, I'm leaving him behind. But it got jealousy in the community. They lying, and the DA let the jealousy go on. The DA let the stuff go on in the city, and let the thing goes on in the city. So they continue. Governor Abbott continue to let the city do what they want. The hatred out the kids and these rappers in Houston, and they continue. So a community that thriving off of lies and hatred and coming at you wrong, how can we understand it to be the understanding? So if you're talking about something, the community of conspiracy charges is your own enemy. That they want things their way and to understand it. God said it's not meant for us to live poor when we believe in Him. He wants us to have the best ability that we can understand. He wants us to have the best ability to understand it. But how can we get that best ability? And when they saying certain things, but God is sending me to hell, but actually how to control the spirit of understanding, how to control the spirit. So when God is giving me those things, and people, I don't want people to think the thing wrong, but God is giving that to me to understand it. So when let me tell you something. And you said something. God said on your another topic. You said God said no for a reason, but sometimes God said no that one time, but to come back around to get what you want at the same time. But that don't to get back what you want. So God gonna tell you no the first time, but the second and third time, God and Jesus gonna give it to you. So to your girl that's talking about that's giving me some advice, that's giving me some advice. I understand that that's giving me some advice. So that's giving me some advice and what she trying to do to understand it. But they don't want to unleash their grip. And you talking about unleash your grip. The community don't want to unleash their grip. You see, you're trying to keep things, you're trying to come at me with all types of topics. But you need to unleash their grip. They need to unleash their grip of control and doing things the same. Old covenants and old ways. And that you get nowhere by old covenants and old communities and old high parents. That's the thing. That's why they got a political, because everybody fighting for their own opinions and their own point of views. They got a billion of us in this earth, and everybody fighting for something to have somewhere. But the most dangerous person can be on the job because they trying to dictate everything. How can we have balance and understanding all parties, not just in the community and the job behavior? How can we have balance with those things? So to understand where those things come from, yes, if I gotta, but I also, my spirit of God, being a dad and mom, that told me to give her time. So I'm trying to release something, but mirrors are not cool no more. But all the same time, it'll be wrong if I step back and not give this a chance with Sabina, and I probably gonna have to let it go because the way things are, how many jealous is a reason why Sabina dad and mama say what they say. His behavior, and God is understanding it. His behavior, the way he's act, the way he want to do things. So the thing is, I've been doing things different more than the person I do music with. I have always moved different. I've always do stuff to understand it. But my government, that courtroom, have to have a consequence, and they must lose their job. The prosecutors, the black judge, everybody must have a consequences for their action. And I told Joe Biden that every party involved in Dallas courtroom must lose their job. Even when I was in 2022, they must go to jail. This is the will about God. This is the will about Jesus. They must take their hand off the trigger. The community not willing to submit. The Justice Department, the state of Texas, lied with Governor Abbott. They must take that foot off the grip. Because if you got OG Pee Wee and all of them still got the same mindset, they trying to do what Reed Dollars did and Mick Mills did. That's what Dallas trying to bring. That's the behavior they trying to do what another state did. They trying to do what Reed Dollars and Mick Mills did. The behavior of them and how they trying to direct the vision of how they trying to perceive. You can't be like Reed Dollars in McMill City. You can't be like Philly. You're trying to bring that same concept to here, and that's going to cause damage. You can't be like others. You got to be better than others. And that's what OGP in South Dallas and them doing. They doing that. They doing, and you getting chaos with it. So when God say release something, they have to release. The community want things they way. And baby, I'm not going to the same way when society is a threat. When the community is a threat to me. And the business is when they a threat to me. I can't do that when they a threat. When they want to dictate things and the narcissist that comes between that. So when you telling me to let something, you telling me to let something go, I'm going to answer to you. And I caught on a little late. But God said he didn't forgive me for my sins. He to understand what you're trying to direct. He get me to take care of them. And Governor Abbott's sad. That's sad out of them. But they still got their pittiness, man. That's sad. But God said, why do I have to lose my life because of petty behavior of only their ways? And they know the way of God and the behavior of the community is the biggest threat of them all in businesses. Why should I? That's why Donald Trump don't understand. Donald Trump with his political mindset. Him and all of them. I just watched it on CNN and the same concept of what you're trying to throw at people. The same concept of what you're trying to throw. But when Trump said, after Trump then said his words what he wasn't supposed to say, and now they all want to get together in Capitol Hill and talk about not cutting Social Security off. But you did it for profit. Stop the mind games. Stop the mind games. Stop the political mind games. And how you trying to direct things and how you trying to do things once Trump and y'all got your intent once I had to put my fight into things. And that's sad. So don't all come together and talk about not cutting some off when you did stuff for profit, not to help disability. You did stuff for that. And I told Trump people would have respected him more if he would have said, oh, American business get out of debt, but you did something. Oh, why Social Security gotta get out of there? Why disability gotta get out of there? Why we did nothing wrong when they've been against disability. The business been against disability. When Governor Abbott got the nerve to say everybody's susceptible. Let me tell you, everybody can have a job but still get discriminated against and still stop the growth of that. And everybody can stop the growth of those things. So you're talking about things where things is the format and the behavior of those things. So Governor Abbott talking about everybody's success, but he's talking about everybody's success, but that's the success. Success to let people grow and not stop their potential in a narcissist black man and a person at a job. That's the success. That's the success. And they trying to dictate people. If I let this guy at Kroger's and I told Walmart, and I was taught how to handle business. And I let this guy, before I went on at Walmart, I had an interview, before I got back on at Walmart, I had an interview at Kroger's. And this narcissist white man just saw my handwriting, he judged me. But he didn't want me to be in a deli, so you know what, some told me, we got another Charles in my hand. And some tell me not to take the job, so I meet my mama French, I work with her. And she asked me, Hubert, I worked with you before, and I really need you. And she kept trying to get me on, so they kept annoying me. They didn't want to hire me. And one day I called in Walmart, we're going to get to the bottom of this right now. So we got to deal with narcissists and businesses and deal with people. That's all they can. Walmart didn't deny me then. Walmart didn't reject me. So if you're talking about, yes, I'm going to leave this person behind, Mary's behind. If you asking for that, but God said I got to keep, but what I got to lose is because a woman don't want to wake up and see the jealousy between cousins. I'm being humble, but I can't always spend my time, but I'm working at 14 going to college and thrift stores, and I'm spending time with other female friends and your mom and dad and how things are going. And I'm trying to keep things together. I have always kept it together to understand it. I had to sit with other girls, other teens, and look at other teens and try to hold it together when she's not there. So at the understanding of those things, because of it. Because they're telling you, jealousy is the burnout. But God said we have to understand those things. I'm leaving habits. Things already started. Let me tell you, I'm restructuring. Nothing haven't changed. My work structure, my work active never changed. It's still the same way, but it's in a different mode. So I was going to college. I had to go to my friends' games. I have to go to all of these things. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do all of these things to understand it. So how can we understand it? But but they don't tell a community and tell a governor Abbott, don't play sides here when you know a history. Don't just say people can get a job and they dictators and a narcissists. And you got a lying Renee, you got a lying racist Renee and a Jeff that like to lie. But when my ex-girlfriend see me stalking, that's every people you let one person opinion, a dictator and a narcissist determine the outcome of somebody grow. And that's not right. That's not right of how things are being thrown at people in society and in the business. And I don't got time for Trump because Trump, I don't got time for pettiness. I don't got time for pettiness and doing these things about what you're throwing out all that. I don't got time for that with those things. But I still got if I want to change up, I tell them in the middle of the contract already signed. But it's about us just moving forward together as one. And that's what I want. I told Walmart and I told the Justice Department to tell Walmart, can we do this together with God? Can we make change, a positive change? They have, and me being over the disability department and being the disability department, we still gonna talk to Joe Biden and Social Security and all that, but we're gonna help people with CBLs. We're gonna get Social Security workers to go and talk to the managers to maintain and see the balance in Walmart. So Donald Trump is with Jeremy Miller. So we're gonna get Social Security workers to talk to the managers and see how focused they is. We're gonna have more social security workers to get off the job. So they're gonna have a support assistant to get off the social security. And they're gonna come there so they're gonna be able to talk to the managers and they're gonna be dumb and mellow. They're gonna be talking to Walmart and corporate office. And this is about and plus we're gonna be going to schools. We're gonna put bus drivers on the Walmart payroll, school bus drivers. So we're gonna be us as one. We are going to be going Walmart. We're going to be going to schools, talking to students, telling them about stocks, also telling them about the challenges to help them out. So, um, to help them out. So I don't want to disconnect myself from business. I don't want this just take the money. I want to do something more, and I want Dylan Miller to understand this is bigger than me. And God said, can we change together? Can we do this as one? God and Jesus said, can we bring change? Not just bring profit, bring change. And I'm on a one in the Walmart CEO page and say how to attack the issues in our society. And they were talking about all those things. We need to listen more. We need to understand each other more. And we need to understand those things more. Can we do this together? And that's the questions I'm asking Walmart. Can we do this together? Can we do this together? I can't worry about what Jeff or Steve, uh, um, what they lied about another employee. I can only focus on the future and focus, and that's why I cleared my problems up with Russell. And Russell said, Huber, thanks for coming to earn some the things. So me and Russell on good terms. I don't have no bad thing with Russell, but things I can do stuff from up top and go and get a house built in Arkansas and get a mansion built in Arkansas. The contract is already signed at this and get something built. I love movies. I love doing this. But the thing is to stay structured. I have the strength to handle it, and I always handle it since 14. But I don't have time for Trump dishonesty. I don't got time for a man that trying to only push his political turn on me, and I had to go through all of this fight. That's not fair. That's not right. As a president, that's selfishness. and lies and deception for political gain and everybody involved. But nobody, when it's time to do what's right, I don't bet you a FBI agent or a DEA agent would arrest the senators and them. They would stand by them, right? When it's times for something, when people have been done wrong and the senators have done wrong and the government have done wrong, when it's time to arrest the senators, can they do what needs to be done? But they just do it for the money. But they can't trust on the community when it's time to do something great. God said, don't mind the paycheck. Because when you fight for something great, we just seen plenty of police officers. What sense I can be a RoboCop fan? And I thought I seen one of the senators, one of the guys that was running. It looked like that was him on RoboCop. And I'm a RoboCop fan. It looked like that him when he said all this political on RoboCop. It looked like his mindset. It looked like him. So to understand it, the black guy, so it looked like him. So what the things that we stand for to understand it? So until me and somebody, I gotta give her time because all the manipulation and all the things. And I listen to what people cousins say, and I kind of hurted someone I love to understand it because I should not worry about. I don't like the way when you're in a relationship. I don't like the way y'all act towards each other, and that kind of caused me to change. The mirror kind of caused me that to change the way I handle, and the mirror kind of caused me that. And that was the worst mistake that I made because and how you treat somebody. That's why Sabina said, Mama said what she said. There's a reason why Sabina dad and Mama said what they said. His behavior and Demir's behavior. Nobody got time for all of those things. There's a reason why Sabina mom said what they said and the dad said what they said. But I cared about what they did, and that caused me to hurt someone. And I understand those things. There's not a moment I think where when I sit there and them tears dropped off the computer, I want to kiss every tear. That moment right there. So me worry about what somebody else think. That's the bigger problem, and I'm gonna have to go to family because family is stuck in the same routine of not him. I can't deal with it. So if you're talking about something, political problems and political mindset, my old habits nothing to do. My old habits already worked. But they lie for something and expect Donald Trump expect him to stand by something that he's a liar and he dishonest, a coward. But our government want to understand they put a government and do you want to let your community? So when the time comes, can the FBI and our government arrest their own? Can they arrest Governor Abbott and Donald Trump and put them in jail for a long time? In a sense, can they arrest their own, or would you be a part of the political problem just because for a paycheck and you can't trust in your community and trust in the things that made you? You can't trust in those things. So when the time comes, can you tell me those things when the time comes? So when the time comes, can you tell me those things? Can they do what need to get done? Or are they gonna stand by Governor Abbott? Or are they gonna stand by the rules when they're can it be like RoboCop when they said I gotta go think about going or you gonna stand by somebody because somebody mindset. We can watch all these inspiration movies, but some of them not living by the basic of it. I go to HBO and watch RoboCop 2 when the thing said I gotta think about when they tried to move people out their homes. And the chief said, we don't do that. And I gotta think about going home to my family on RoboCop. But the understanding of that when the time comes, can they do what's right? But no, they depend on that paycheck. They depend just because a rule is built. They depend on their paycheck, but they don't depend on faith. And that's when they need to stop that. When sometimes you're gonna have to depend on the community to get you, and we need to stop that. Our government needs to stop that. Certain things need to stop when other people's opinions and trump them opinion. But can a police officer and them, when the time come, and it's gonna come a time where things are gonna change, and something like that is gonna happen, where police officers are gonna be able to go to communities, and Trump and all of them gonna be left unsafe. It's gonna happen one year when all our government leaders are gonna be left unsafe behind the decisions they make. If it's gonna happen, it might don't happen now, but they're gonna be left on guard. And everybody's going to walk, sooner enough, everybody's going to walk away from Trump and the legislators, and you're going to be left defenseless. One day, our government and all of y'all are going to be left defenseless. If things keep, it's going to happen. You maybe don't know. In the future, it's going to be 1 billion years from now. It's going to be with another person. It's going to happen. When the police officers and the FBI are going to depend on the community, they're going to depend on each other because of your political opinions. It's going to happen. You will see. Give it time. Yes, it's going to happen. And I'm telling you, what you're going to do when the White House and everybody is left defenseless, when every police officer and everybody's gone, when you left with no guns and everybody, when your White House is empty with just you. It's going to happen. When it's going to happen, you got to say when it's going to happen, when all of y'all at that White House and no police officer is not able to answer your calls, no army is not able to dispatch, no FBI agents is not able to dispatch. Give it time. The more you act and Trump act the way they act and y'all act, God say, give it time. Where you be sitting at Capitol Hill just talking to yourselves when a police officer not standing by you, when nobody's not standing by you. Give it time. It might don't happen now, but give it time, Joe Biden. It might be when Joe Biden and Donald Trump going off this earth, but God said that's going to happen. Just get it. I'm telling you what's to happen to come into centuries. What's going to happen by the Trump mistakes and Trump lies and dishonesty from there. And it's going to come to the FBI, and it's going to come where the FBI can depend, and the DA, everybody can stay with each other. And y'all going to be left by yourself. It's going to come a time where nobody is in that White House birthday. Nobody's in that courthouse and anybody. Give it time. You might don't see it now. Give it time. But I bet you the community, the FBI, and everybody going to start depending on the communities. And what you're going to do there when the army leave your side. And that can happen. Because it's not going to be no threat to the thing. It can happen. It can happen anytime. I'm telling you what's to come into the years and the centuries to come if they keep going down this path. Bring in the savings. I'm telling you what's going to happen to years to come. Y'all send a deep ahead. I'm telling you what's going to happen. In centuries to come, it's going to be when I'm off this earth a long time ago. It's going to be when I'm off. And Trump and Joe Biden. And I hope when you looking at that graveyard and you looking from the heavens, the mistakes that you made, the mistakes that you and your Democrats made, you're going to suffer for everything you did in America, just because it might don't hurt now. But you will see in century when y'all left in that White House by yourself, when every police officer walk away. Because remember, you have different mindsets and different abilities. Just because your police officer now stand by you with their mindset, don't matter to centuries to come. Because everybody different in their own way. And trust me, everybody created different in the mindset, but we all brothers and sisters. But give it time when you have no army, when you have no FBI agent, when your police officer is not answering their phone, and it can be about 1 billion of them. Give it time. Because when you got different mindsets and different abilities and different point of views, that's when it's going to hurt you the most. That's when it's going to hurt you the most. That's when it's going to happen. Give it time. Keep Joe Biden and Obama and them. Give it time. You might don't be here on this earth. Give it time, all of you. Give it time. Give it time. When your own police officer and your own army's against you, give it time. Watch what I tell you. Give it time. I want him to hear me real well. Because God said that's going to happen. Because everybody raised different. Everybody got different mindsets. And it's going to happen. People are going to get tired of the bullshit. And one day, everybody's going to come together for what you and your political opinion. One day we are going to be whole as one, as love. We are not going to fight over political. We're not going to fight over. We're going to be as one. And you're going to see. Trust me, you're going to see. Give it time. Each year, each century, we change. Each century, we doing things. But I promise you, they will walk away from you. Either when you're not there, y'all in that grave. I promise you, they will walk away. I'm telling you what's going to happen to centuries to come. So every army can sit up there and act like everybody got the same mindset and everybody. And what's Miss Nancy and them and all them going to do? When we all understand each other more. What they going to do when we all understand each other more? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You can't always blame the government for society's behavior. Because you got politicals, right? And you got to vote, right? Walmart accepted me, but racism of black hip hop didn't accept it when they were Yellow Breezy and them dirty kids. So how can you understand it? How can they understand it? People slam doors and I see too much. But don't worry about it. Don't understand the right of those things. I'm happy to have great teachers. I'm happy to go to college. I'm happy, but I didn't always have it easy. And people can think you had something just because you had the fine things and you had money, but that don't make you happy. Because you can have money and people can still treat you bad. So people gonna say stuff because God awakened the spirit and the behavior is going on. It's getting out of control. So to understanding of those things that I'm not for this morning. Because people want me to lose my cool for society. And family don't understand is enough is enough. I had about enough.